you go like this, and they go, no, 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 no. Criteria for coming to you is getting grabbed. You got to start wrapping your head around that. Write that down. I'm going to teach you how to train your dog to come to you. 95% of you need this behavior. You do not have a perfect recall from your dog. With no fences and playing with dogs, you do not have a perfect recall. 99% of you do not. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that right now. I suggest you get a paper and a pencil, because it's not just give treats every time they come. You just use a long leash, just do the go-get method. Those are all big things, but that's not everything. There are little things that are so important to this behavior. That's why you probably don't have a perfect recall, because you're not doing these little things. All right, so first of all, you have to identify, leave it. What does the word Cooper come mean to your dog? So here's the thing. You're in your house, your dog's 10 feet away from you, and you go, I'll use Prince because I don't want to say come while he's right here. You say, Prince, come, and Prince is right there, and Prince goes, here I am. I'm here. Like, what does it actually mean to your dog? He's here. Because usually you're in your living room and you go, Prince, come, and the dog comes and pops his head around the corner and you go, oh, great, I saw you. But he didn't come to you. But you have allowed that be the behavior. You have allowed him popping his head around the corner and being 10 feet from you to be the recall, when really what the recall is being right here. Okay, so a few things. You have to have some pop in the recall. Write that down. You have to have some pop in the cue. So hit the K. Prince, come. Have it poppy, have it hit a high-pitched note. They hear it. When they're smelling and they're playing, they barely hear you if you don't have some poppiness to it. That's number one, write it down. Some pop in the K part of come. All right, the other one is you have to give them a place to go. What does that mean? That means your hand signal, it can't just be standing here boring saying so-and-so come. Eventually it can be, but not right now. Leave it. It needs to be hand down right here. Prince, come. So the poppiness coupled with the place to go. Now, do I have a treat in my hand? No. But to train it, you have a treat in your hand when they're young or early on in the process. But eventually, the cue is just this, or this, or this, whatever. It's just this. It's something. It gives them, oh yeah, visually, right? A recall's hard. There's a lot of distractions out there that they would much rather do, so you need to help them. I still, with my dog, point my hand to the ground. It's just something else to help them. Prince, come. Why not do it? Why stand there all boring and say come? Okay? This is a hard behavior to train perfectly. Poppiness, you have to give them a place to go. All right, so your dog is his age, 11 months. Your dog is 6 months. Heck, your dog's 1.5 years. You need to be using treats and the hand signal. You're in your house, you're in your backyard. So-and-so, come. They come, boom, you give them a treat. So-and-so, come. They come, they give them a treat. So you establish that word means something. They get something when they get to you. And use, look at this, big piece of chicken. Use a big piece of chicken. Okay, use whatever. So you've established that. Then you go outside, and now we're gonna do it with him. I don't know if he's gonna do it or not. Stay. Okay, Cooper, you're free, dude. Okay, Cruz, do whatever you want. Oh, you're just gonna hang by me? Look, don't worry about that. Go play. All right, Cooper's cruised away from me. I'm gonna give him the cue I told you about, the hand signal, the verbal cue. He's gonna make a choice. He's either going to come to me, at which point I'm gonna grab his collar and give him a treat. Why am I gonna grab his collar? It's called taking the money and running. They come to you, you give them a treat and they run away and you can't grab them. You have to be able to grab them. Not say you're gonna leave, but you have to be able to grab them. A lot of dogs, you go like this and they go, no, 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 no. Criteria for coming to you is getting grabbed. You gotta start wrapping your head around that. Write that down. They have to be getting grabbed. So when he comes, if he comes, I'm gonna lure him with a treat, say come, I'm gonna have a treat, I'm gonna grab, then I'm gonna give the treat. I'm not gonna give a treat and grab. Take the money and run and you didn't get them. Oh, they're off. Ready? Here's Cooper over here. Show Cooper. Ready? He's smelling something. This guy's a big smeller. Let's see if this works. Cooper, come. I'll give him another shot. Okay, this is the first session with this. Cooper, come. Good boy. What a good boy. Watch my cue. Cooper, come. So, all right, let's break this down. He was over there smelling. I said, Cooper, come. He said, no. I said, listen, we're just now training this. I said it again. It's okay to give 2 cues when you're first training a behavior. We're not super hardcore. He then wandered. I was like, good boy, good boy. He then stopped here. I'm like, okay, first session ever. I gave him another cue. He, I think, started to come, and then he said, no, and I am going to just smell this. So I came up to him, and I grabbed him. And I didn't grab him like I'm stoked with him. He never came to me. He came halfway. He didn't come to me. Your dog does this all the time. Don't go up to him and give him a treat. Don't go up to him, but go up to them. You are ending up where I asked you to come from. So now we're going to bring him back. Now, because I talked to the camera, the time lapse, this doesn't make an impression any longer. Sit. Sit. Stay. Okay, go play. People think, I think, there is this notion out there that if you say come and that you have to go get the dog, or the dog even comes to you a little bit and you get them and you're not happy with them, that they are not going to come to you anymore. That is not true. My go-get method, which is a big part of this video, and you just saw it, you're going to end up here. Learned helplessness needs to kick in. That is a bad word for some people, and it shouldn't be. Learned helplessness when it comes to recall and arguably loose leash walking has to kick in. Okay, you don't want it with everything in life because dogs have no choices in life if everything is learned helplessness. Recall and running away and getting hit by cars, you need them to hear it and just go, you ever see Prince? I might as well just go to this guy. Now, do you want him to come to you happy? Sure, but we need the recall. I don't care how we get it. You don't care how we get it. And if you're not going to train it, you're going to spend years training it where they're just sprinting to you because they have a treat. It's going to take years. You need quicker results. Learned helplessness kicks in. Okay, look it. There's Tina. Dude, go play with Tina. And then, okay, you don't care? Go play. Look at this dog. Do you see this dog? Look at this dog. Ready? Cooper, come. Good boy. I'm done asking. I asked 3 times last time. I am done asking. I gave a clear cue. I gave a clear hand signal. Cooper said no. Sit. I'm not happy about it. Now I am going to give a treat, however, because I still want to be a place of reinforcement. I want him to know that he gets treats, but it's going to be after the correction or the punishment. Okay, go. All right, we're going to cruise. We're going to walk. He's going to get away from me. We're going to see if this works. Cooper, come. Good boy. Good boy, Cooper. Hand signal, grab, and treat. That was so good, Cooper. That was so good. Okay, now, I believe that recall was based on that grab, not based on the treat. Treat helps. It was based on that grab. Him going, this guy's not messing around. I might as well go to him. He's going to come get me anyway. It does take some time to kick in. Don't start the go-get method. Just do the treats, come to me, get treat method until they're 9 months old. Then their brain can start to actually understand the go-get method. At the minimum 9 months. He's 11 months, so he can understand the go-get method. Oh, might as well just go to that guy because he's going to come get me. Easy way or the hard way? Come to me, get treats. Don't come to me, end up here anyway. It's your choice, dog. But young dogs can't understand it. You don't do the same thing with your 2-year-old that you do with your 10-year-old, or your 10-year-old that you do with your 18-year-old child. Okay, go see Tina. Good, you want to see Tina? Go see Tina. We got to start somewhere, by the way. This is a big area. It's a fenced area. It is not a distracting area, but you got to start somewhere. This is where you should be starting. To go to a baseball field with your single dog. Dude, I want him to do it on cue. Following me is good, but I want him to do it on cue, not just follow. There's also long leashes. 20-foot leash, goes away, gets to 15 feet. You don't want him to hit the end of the leash. He's got to, how are you gonna ever get the leash on if he just hits the end of the leash, then comes to you? When that leash is off, he doesn't have the stimulus of hitting the leash, so he doesn't come to you. You have to, if you use a 20-foot leash, cruises off, gets to 15 feet, Cooper, come. He says no, 5 more feet, bink, hits the end of the leash and goes to you. Then eventually you say, Cooper, come at 15 feet, and he goes, well, I'm on a leash, even though he's not on a leash. They don't understand that they're not on a leash if they're like far from you and do the fake leash takeoff method I've talked about. Cooper, holy mackerel, dude. You're a good boy, but holy mackerel. Cooper, come. Hear my cue? Good boy. Grab and treat. Okay. Dustin, will you let Prince down? Okay, we are now going to let Prince down here because he's just being too good. This is the method, though. I'm telling you. My recall method takes into account everything. It's not just the treat way. It's not just the go-get way. It's not just the go super slow. It's go slow to teach the behavior, but then it is, we got to start living life. You got to start going places, okay? And you need your dog to come to you. Now there's your buddy. Let's see if he can come away from Prince at the gate. Go see your buddy. If he doesn't come, that's fine too. Cooper, come. Come. Good boy, Cooper. What a good boy. Give that encouraging good boy, by the way, right on the turn and right on the trot. Good boy, that encouragement from 20 feet away. It's like a bridge. It's like a clicker in a way, but it's a verbal encouragement. Come on, Prince. All right, this is going to be tough for Cooper, playing with Prince. All right, now to dog park. Go play with a friend. Let's give him a minute to, we want to, Prince, chill. Here we go. Cooper, come. Prince, leave it. Cooper, come. See how that hand down was super important, if you got that, if you saw that. Okay, go play with your friend. He was cruising here, and I was like, here, you gotta get that hand down. You cannot give the cue like this, and you cannot give the cue like this. Cooper, come. It's all flat. They hear high pitches. That's how their brains work, and that's how their ears work. They do not hear the rumble of a truck. They hear the clink of a gate. They hear the clink. They hear high pitches. It's important. This is important. This is little stuff. Cooper, come. Good boy. Cooper, come. He made a choice right there. That dog made a choice. Prince went by him. He looked at Prince like, oh, I want to go with Prince. And then he just said, I'm going to you. Okay, buddy. Good job. Okay, we're going to recap. So, your pitch, your cue is going to hit a high note. You are, the second one, your cue is going to be here. It is not going to be here. And it's going to start with treats in your house, your backyard, undistracted environments. And you have to continue this cue even when you don't have a treat. At least this. Something different than this. At least there's something here, okay? It's called fading, by the way. Fading out treats and hand signals is one of the keys to training that I don't talk to you guys about enough. How do you train a down and then get it to be simply down? Well, you fade the hand signal from this to this to this to this, then potentially to down. But you got to fade it. You don't go from here luring down to here. It's a totally different cue. The dog doesn't even understand what you're asking. Okay? Fade the hand signal. So you got to fade out from puppy, come, to come. All right. High pitch, cue, learned helplessness needs to kick in. Google it if you want. Learned helplessness. Leave it, guys. You need to, Prince, stop. Then go to more distracting environments, continue to give treats, grab collar when they come to you so they can't take the money and run. That is your definitive recall or coming video. Like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell.